Today in our / malicious compliance.
I want my sandwich.
So, this is a story I tell people when they tell me their horror stories in working in fast food. Names are throwaway. So, while I was at university, I had a side job managing a team at a very popular sandwich branch. Myself, Joe, and Johnny would work the night shifts, 8 until 4, and I would work Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night as this shop was opposite the only nightclub in town. Very upper-class city during the day, but a very trashy nightlife. It would get so busy after 2 with drunks that crews would be out the door, and we would have to put away tables and chairs to block the toilets, as people would either throw them and use each other, or dash off to the toilets for a quickie with a stranger. This, however, happened at around 9. Nice and quiet time. Nothing interesting usually happens during this time, and the owner of the restaurant would call in every half hour to see how the shop is doing, because he's worried about losing money by requiring 3 whole employees to prepare for the night rush. A group of around 15 girls run in, look underage, all drunk. Like, really drunk. Cool. Serve them, get rid of them. Happens occasionally, but we still got some time before the mass comes. One of the larger girls collapses against the wall on the floor. Looks passed out. Her friends don't take any notice, but we are all first aid trained. I get Joe to go check on her. She waves him off, shouts at him. 10 minutes later, the smell. Oh Lord, the smell. The store is actually pretty busy, but after realizing what had happened, we had to stop serving and kick everybody out the store because of the health hazard I was about to witness. We kick out her friends, and she's still asleep. Myself and John lift the woman to a safe location while Joe calls an ambulance in case there is anything wrong. The smell gets worse as we lift her. I felt sick. I turned to look back, and I saw the largest, wettest pile of faces I had ever seen, in the shape of her behind, with a very distinct line in the middle representing what was most likely a string thumb. Be mindful that this girl looks like she's 15. None of us wanted to go anywhere near it, but a joint effort between the 3 of us had it cleaned up within minutes. I wasn't going to risk anything, so I left the ventilators on full blast and prepared to lock up for the rest of the night. Incoming phone call. It basically went down as how's the store. We had an incident, so we had to close. But under no circumstance are you ever to close early. But no buts. Open back up immediately or I'll fire all 3 of you. We throw away anything perishable that wasn't covered. We didn't have a lot out, but still, not risking anything else that could lose me my oh so precious part-time job. We then proceed to take a 30-minute break to let the store ventilate and have the smell go like it would. Huge group of lads comes to the store while we outside and starts a fight with Joe because we were closed. I tell the lad what happened and why we were closed, but he was having none of it. Said he knew the owner and was a law student and would have me sued for false closure. Enlightened me. I can't get sued for something like this, can I? He calls the owner, and surely enough, I immediately get a call back. Open the store now or I'll fire you on the spot. I tell him to wait up a couple seconds while I deal with a customer. I tell Joe to start recording the call. Sorry, I didn't catch what you previously said. Could you repeat? Open the store or you re-fired. I repeat our previous conversation explaining why I had closed the store and that it was a critical food hazard until it was cleaned properly. The most heavy-duty cleaning materials that could have appropriately cleaned up the mess were locked away by the owner until morning because we wouldn't have time. I don't think you understood what I said, Dixnormus. Open the store. All right, we'll do both. So I continue to open the store. Customers start flooding in. I get all fresh ingredients out to start rushing through the humongous line we were amassing. A lot of customers are turning their noses once they walk in, but like I said, trashy. These people are hungry. They line up anyway. Some customers are throwing up from the smell. It really was that bad. Asked me what was up. I told them that if I were to close, I lost my job. Police, show up and close up shop for us. Thank God. I was waiting for something like this to happen. We didn't even have to clean up. We just got told to go home, and they would sort it with the owner tomorrow, because the city had a reputation to uphold. I ended up getting fired because I closed the store. But instead of just getting fired, I ended up taking it to court for unfair dismissal and got a month's payout, and the owner had an emergency health inspection the morning after. The guy lost his branch. He works as a security guard at a grocery store now, working for the security guard he previously hired to look after us after Onium. Pretty sure he ended up losing his house and car too. Screw that guy. Till der drunk teenager poops, pees, and throws up all over the store floor without the necessary resources to clean it properly. I was still forced to keep the store open. Owner ends up losing his franchise and works part-time as a security guard at Tesco. And I got paid whoop. Thanks for listening. Don't forget to like, subscribe, smash the bell, and whatever else our YouTube overlords require nowadays.